Okay. Now, do we have audio when it does audio? Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, now when we had left off, we had started a new, we had just finished, I guess, the 7-year-ago trial. We saw it coming. The doom of the falsified evidence. Yeah. Pretty sure we wouldn't have been able to do anything about that because that would involve time paradoxes. So now we're at the Mason system, whatever that is. Ooh. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This, I know, beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of Magnify Grammary's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Grammaray, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? That's right, he totally just abandoned his daughter there. Mason System, ESG Studio, all rights reserved. Ooh. The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. It says 7 years ago, detention center, defendant lobby number 2, right in cool offices, Drew Studio. You'd watch this soap opera? These 4 keys to unlocking the truth, huh? But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. You could call it Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half-finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My mangatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use L and R to jump between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Alright, let's play! Alright, so this is basically the shenanigans. We can zip to the present as well. Masons, you're gonna tell me why it's called the Mason System? Alright, well, let's go check out all the things. Starting from the top. Detention Center. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this. Probably. And besides, I had plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago, detention center, visitor's room. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent page. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. This stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnify Grammary, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valant or his partner Zack? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Right. End inquiry. Oh, that's where I go back to the system. Okay, so we have extra things. Do we have anything, any additional information? No. Okay, let's talk. The fateful trial. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's... he made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zack Grammary killed Magnify. It's as good as a signed confession. Well, that's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant. And also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Valant Grammary has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. Oh no. Blake. Right. Blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner. To my beloved student Zack. So I was, but only Zack Grammary followed them. Let us not speak anymore of who shot what. Now that my partner's vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions which I got during a certain case. It could show me the locks on people's hearts, and if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Mangatama starts it all, and the Mangatama ends it. Okay? What do you mean, present Mangatama? The trick up his sleeve. Oh, right. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, well, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Okay, we have picked up no evidence, so I'm going to say no. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Okay, so that's what I guess the whole rest of the world is going to be trying to do. Defendant lobby number 2. 7 years ago, District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack? There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this. Mr. Enigma. The defendants escaped. Find him quick. Bailiff, close all exits from the building. On the double, he must not be allowed to escape. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir. Oh no. Down on the hands, floor on your head, now, now, now. What's the big idea? My ears. Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. What? Just say it is. I just say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir. No recollection of that, sir. It's Meekins, right? For me, working on a case is always in the For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There's no past, there's no only now, sir. Okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Oh dear. Meekins. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this.
But last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times. In 3 days, they fired me.
That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff.
But your uniform...
I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day?
I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs full of hope, then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Grammary's disappearance?
Oh, the humanity!
That's enough of that. Magician's disappearance.
Yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open. Slam! And some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face!
So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way?
Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that still cat all the way down the hall, sir.
I have a diagram of the court building here.
There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own.
Oh.
I thought that was like a top-down icon, where the yellow was his head, and like he has this very large paunch in front of him, and like that's not Meekins. But no, it's an icon of the hat facing forward. And anyway.
Okay, and which way did Zach Gramary run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up like this, and around the corner like that.
We all see what we want to see. It's true!
So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. I remember it like it was right there, because it was. Lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. How many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit it's difficult to vanish into thin air.
Just like
Zach Gramary has been hiding in the couch cushions over there for 7 years. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was there, sir.
How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? The vanishing trick. So Zach was in this room when he vanished?
Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Silk hat, cape, that's Zach, alright. Haven't we already done the thing where, yes, anyone can wear a silk hat and a cape? Hasn't he already mentioned stage body doubles? Hydrating. Anyway, silk hat, cape, that's Zach, alright.
But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Apparently he do. The psyche locks. I should have known. Alright. Well... You know what, I'm not going to touch this yet, but I'm going to examine the room my heckin' self. Did he hide in the ashtray? I actually took a nap on that couch once when I was still practicing law. Boy, was that a mistake. I'd never even sit on the lobby sofas now. I'd never let my clients sit on them either. It's bad luck. I must have seen that painting 1,000 times, but I never really looked at it until now. I guess my head was too stuck in the trials. I'd never had time to stop and appreciate art. I have time now. Okay, let's appreciate. Actually, it's pretty lame. Suppose it could be. You know, I think this was the lobby I used for my very first case. This plant has seen me grow from a rookie to an ace to a has-been. I hate you, plant. Just kidding. I guess this door was officially a prop in Zach Grammary's last show. He passed through that lobby door and vanished. But to where? He choreographed that entire fateful trial according to his grand scenario. I hate magicians. Okay, well that's what we had here. Heck. Ooh. Hey, I don't know I would show him either. So I don't think that I will. Well, I guess we can maybe get an idea of what we might need. The disappearing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. What's with the atmosphere here all of a sudden? You know something, and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramary vanished from this room. How'd he do it? Sir? Well, sir, I can't say as Sir? Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, you see, the time, sir, I was here, and... Listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do, anyway? What did you just say? Sir, did I just say something, sir? No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm gonna have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. It was Trucy, and she had Mr. Hat. Didn't she? I know who was here in this room that day. Same hat, even! Bark. 24. Deceased.
Take that!
I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was hard not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. 7 feet tall, like. 7 feet? Zack isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zack Gremory. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Okay, so that is a trick we don't have yet. Mr. Hat. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Okay. Zoom, zoom, zoom to the moon, moon, moon. Wright & Co. law offices. While they're still law offices. Does the president exist yet? No. At least not, in a legible way. "7 years ago, Wright & Co. law offices." Ooh, morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I'm fine, as always. The president is behind a paywall. This old boy is here to help me, after all. That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show to this today, after all.
Oh no,
She already is set to impersonate him and to bark, bark, bark.
"2 weeks have passed since then. I called her into my office."
Oh.
"Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared."
Where is she staying? Who is feeding her?
"We need to start thinking about your future." I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. After all, it isn't my fault. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. Oh, this is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Huh? I guess so? Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney?
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay. Say, Daddy.
That was quick. Yes?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy.
Ah.
Oh, in this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know?
Ah.
Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Ah, thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge?
She's a young professional.
Alright. The office.
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So, here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than the law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You've got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Grammary.
Directly he's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego.
No. Daddy.
Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Grammary?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troop Grammary. And they're big.
The Grammarys. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Val and Grammary together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother.
The professional.
So, Trucy, you're a professional?
Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
Yeah, that's right. Well, wanna see a trick?
You're gonna do a magic trick? Please show me. Mr. Hat, right? Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
Hey folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen. Whoa, that was startling. Hydrate? Yeah, I can do that. Bark.
Such hydrations. The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. So thank you, Dogai. He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Well, my routines do get a bit heady at times. Get it? Heady? My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. It's pretty cool. Alright, the amazing Mr. Hat added to the court record. Trucy's favorite trick. Startlingly realistic. Okay, so that's what we'll take back to Meekins. Mommy. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay? Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage. On stage? You mean with your daddy? Yep. She was always there with Zach and Valen, smiling. Then she went away. Went away? It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished. And I guess she didn't know how to get back? Maybe so. I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this, here. That's the one Phoenix wears. That later has a picture of Trucy in it. This is your mother. She's beautiful. Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary. Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. Hey, Daddy, you won't... Don't worry, I won't vanish, I promise. Right, you can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan. I guess all I rate at is a backup plan. Okay, Trucy's locket contains a photo of Trucy's mother, Thalassa. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that. It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow. What? But are we representing anyone? Me and you. That makes two, Daddy. I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent. Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at. Well, when you put it that way... You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket. Okay, I'll think of something. That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy. Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team, right. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Oh, we have done completed it. All right. Let's go back here and continue with shenanigans. Yep. The other ends. Okay, disputing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey, what's with the atmosphere now, sir? You know something, and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Grabbery vanished from the room. How did he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as sir. Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here and... Listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do, anyway? What did you just say? Sir, did I just say something, sir? No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. Trucy. Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir. Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir.
But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay? Just one thing. But it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot tall magician.
7 feet? Zack isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zack Gramarye. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar?
Oh, I never looked this. Oh, so that's just what we look at. Trucy's favorite trick. We didn't look at this either. Oh, we can look at the thing. No clues here. Oh, we can't go into it. Oh, just a little fiddly.
So this is Trucy's mother, Thalassa. She's pretty. I can picture her on stage with Zack. Still, she looks like a down-to-earth type, too. I guess Trucy takes after her.
What's that?
That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So... It wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision. Except, it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat. He really exists.
Unlock successful. The vanishing trick.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zack Gramarye exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the courtroom, sir. Zack Gramarye, don't even think you can escape Meekins. Down on your hands, floor on your head. Hello? Is something the matter, mister? No. That is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zack Gramarye. Do you know him? Oh, I love Zack Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing a costume you're wearing. Anyway, the very same Zack came into this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my surprise when, 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him.
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
Oh no. The trick vanishes. Now it seems complex. What really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you're standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. Where are the doors out of this hallway? Like the courtroom cannot be entered or exited. The courthouse. This is all that exists, and there is no outside. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat.
I only lost sight of him the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zach Cranberry's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing queries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. With the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait. Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case. It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this first time anyone ever apologized to me. Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
And that the defendant escaped, that's the stone cold truth. Just another step I'm away from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Guamzhou.
Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right. I'll see you in court next time then, sir.
I look forward to it. All eyes were on Zach Grammery that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It will be 7 years before I met him again. Oh. So we do meet him again in 7 years. Oh ho 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 ho. Ah. Ah. Okay, well, that opened that up. You're telling me I should go there, or can we check out the studio? "7 years ago, Drew Studio. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. Oof. I decided on sooner. Drew Mission, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. This is my daughter. Vera, say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? There's no mailbox at this point in time. Ooh, there's a sign. Still having all the wild stuff. Oh, the stamp. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. Oh ho ho. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp? Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see.
She always puts it somewhere she can see it. Troop Grammary.
That's Zack and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth.
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
Commemorative stamp added to the court record. Commemorative stamp showing the troop Grammary. Yes. Look at it again. It's an awfully small frame. There's a commemorative stamp of the Grammarys inside. Oh. This is you and Vera?
Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know, I'm a painter, why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Alright. Shouldn't you practice? No, if you want to draw furries, draw furries. It's okay. That's a pretty bottle.
Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. Okay, that's why we get that icon every time she's doing her nails. What's this red envelope?
Don't touch that. It's quite important.
The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I'd better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it.
Or just grab it then.
You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate.
Those aren't for painting, they're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle.
Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. Can't even look at the sign of the bark. There's some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really.
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
Oh, that's okay. They look kind of heavy. Oh. Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit.
Croquis?
Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves, with some noticeable gaps.
It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money.
I can see how you'd want to do that, sure.
Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color? As long as you have the 3 primary colors? Well, it's a lie.
Poor guy. It's like color theory, it's bunk. No. What's this painting here?
That's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table.
Not a feeling I know anything about. At least, not yet. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece.
Yes, that's what you can tell yourself.
Going home by any chance? No, I was just checking out the door. Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that.
Okay, alright.
Mr. Mission. Judging from this place, you're a painter. Not sadly a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. Not even at 50 cents? Aww. Hydrating. Alright. Or trying to. You've reached the bottom of the barrel. Never sold a painting. Wow. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter? Your mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. And that is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. Oof. You don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? Do you think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial? I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? It was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. In other words, you want me to show it? Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy, but that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. And me. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. You have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then let's talk. Magnifies diary. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I'd attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. That is not what I mean. Oh, sorry, it was Phoenix who said, I guess it would be a little different from paintings. That is not what I mean. Okay, is that yellow splash on his shirt shaped the same as the island of Hokkaido? In my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy. The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote? Yes. As I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally. Ah, a psyche lock. Of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Magnifies diary. Oh boy. See what he needs. You're hiding something. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Mission? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no psyche locks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So, what's Misham hiding? The forger of the sample of the client? I mean, ooh. The sample. That's great. If they gave him what the page was supposed to be, like the actual page that was torn out, that would be something to know. Yes, there was a reference. Why should I hide that? Huh? I mean, we know that the actual forger is someone who is not him. Bark, bark. Barnett. Huh? After the trial, I submitted everything to the court. My work, the sample page, everything. I can give you directions to the court if you'd like. That's fine. I know where the court is. Oh no! Unless you were just trying to get me to leave. Sorry, I can sometimes be a little blunt. Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So, what's Misham hiding? You won't let me save now either. We could die of doom here. I mean, I mean, we know he's hiding the forger, but that's... I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said. What is it then? You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any psyche locks. Psyche locks? Is it some sort of asylum security? Or a new hairstyle, perhaps? But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met him. Not personally. We literally just had this. We don't need to flash back to 5 minutes ago. Not personally. Those words trigger the psyche lock. Again with the psyche locks. Now I really must know what they are. So, you didn't meet with a client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence? Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psyche locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Mission. Poppycock. I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is... Vera. Wait. Arrested on suspicion of poisoning her father. This is... yeah, anachronistic. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback. But you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. The psyche locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself. Unlock successful. Magnifies diary. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. Vera's sinister. The one who made this page was my daughter Vera, not I. She's only 12. A genius, you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I need to play in the studio, and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now. Do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once. Here to this studio. What? Why didn't you say so sooner? But your face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me. So, they talked to your daughter? They would only speak with the artist, the client told me. Then that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? I think we've done all the dialogue options. Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess. You'd like to speak to my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy. Extremely so, actually. With only one exception. Which was? Oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio where they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. Was it one of the Grammarys? Of course. You're right. Uh-oh, this could be tough. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say do, re, mi. Can't find them anywhere. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. The forgeries. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? Same thing? I'm Phoenix Wright? Yeah, okay. Okay, we're not going to reflash this back. We need to show her something. Could ask about the stamp. She likes the Grammarys. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Can I have it? Love the frame. Well, to keep her talking, great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troop Grammarly amazing? Oh. Yes. Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valant. I mean, they're just so magical.
Aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know?
Me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah.
All right. She's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammar Museum of Magic.
The Grammar Museum, they have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once, when I was little, with Father. The Grammarys on stage, it was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting it back together, they do it all.
Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this? You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe?
Oh, sure.
Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. Okay, Vera.
Don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there are lots of good people too.
Actually, I should tell you, she was almost kidnapped once.
Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grammar Museum. With you, in fact.
Yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise.
She's allowed to have a special interest.
That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm?
For when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something, a gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
And Father, I told you to keep that a secret.
From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. Alright, all the things, heck. The forgeries. So, your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things?
I really like painting a lot. Father is always very happy when I paint him exactly the same.
So, you did this too?
Oh, yes, that was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips, and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure in the nib. I used a microscope and analyzed it on the computer.
She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Grammary coffin. And mine. I guess no one told her. Troop Grammary stamp.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Grammary? Of course.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it and he didn't know how you got it.
Oh, I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Took it?
And Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean that letter was from the client?
Oh, we talked about the Grammarys forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want you sent it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side.
Narrative stamp updated in the court record. Sent from the real client.
The client? So, you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with him? What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Ah?
If I do, it won't work anymore. And that's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. The psyche locks. Right, time to do some psyche unlocking. Okay. Go ahead and present the Mangatama, see what they're going to need. The client. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listened to me, to my problem.
The problem? That keeps her inside all the time?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm that your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? The insulin syringe? Oh no. I don't have anything good luck charmative. Do I? Is it the stamp itself? No. I'd be wrong, because the stamp was, sinister, it was poisoned. And, yeah, you wouldn't want your murder victim to just be out in public carrying the poison with them. Bark. I don't have anything good luck charmative. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Even though we have to be anachronistic about it and go from the future, unless I can talk to clear it out with Valant. What did I need to open this up further? So many locks. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? I guess it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Okay, so danger. It's not the chart with tumor. So we already knew that like you can't blackmail someone into. This would be impractical to blackmail someone with their own bark. Okay, so not here. Let's go to the future, or the present, as it may be. Now that we can go to the Borscht Bowl.
Hooey. Present day. Borscht Bowl Club. Oh, Christoph. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Do you know who I am? Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah. Oh, ah, oh, ah. Right. He was the guy from the first Bark, Bark, Bark. Did I not put that together? For some reason, I didn't put that together. Oh, right, because I can't recognize faces. But I mean Bark, Bark, Bark. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. I'm just kidding. I don't do requests. Nice locket. Yeah, so in the very first case, we found this person. Their identity as Trucy's father was not disclosed, but he did have the locket around his neck that had a picture of Trucy inside. Ooh. Yes. And we were like, you know, they made a big thing about why would the murder victim have a picture of Trucy, Phoenix's daughter, inside it. Well, guess what? Anyway, yeah. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is a friend of yours. Ha! Don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman. He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes. But before we go... Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith. Not Shady Enigmar, which was your actual name. Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter. Oh, I'm... No, Phoenix Wright. You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am. Have we met? Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this. Mr. Enigma. The defendants escaped. Find him quick. Bailiff, close all exits from the building.
Where's the bailiff Meekins?
On the double, he must not be allowed to escape.
You can't be, but you're Zach Grammary.
Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I only have an audience of one. You.
Zach Grammary, this must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You ruined his, too.
You there.
Da?
We will play soon. Ready the room.
Da, I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him? The Zach Grammary?
Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6?
In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
She's fine. I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind.
I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it.
Hold on.
This is why I've come.
Trucy was here. She saw this. She may not remember her dad, but she's got the picture of him on the wall. Also, this whole time, Phoenix has known that Trucy's dad died in this scene. And we've already been on like 2 cases since then. Bark, 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 bark.
This is why I have come. That and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker? Those eyes, he's serious.
I despise losing above all else. And so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you.
Do. Oh boy. Meaning of competition. Da Trucy. We competed that day 7 years ago, too.
Ah, yes. You must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. 2, 1. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I played for a long time, and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course.
You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker.
Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do.
Trucy's power.
Trucy, she's in a class all of her own.
For 7 years, I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals. Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon. Cheating. Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic, but those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill.
Her line?
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Magnify grammary.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the grammary blood or something?
Blood.
Yeah, he doesn't have blood. Grammar is a stage name, right? Like, wasn't his actual name Shady Enigmar?
I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time.
It's some kind of grammary secret then, eh? Fine.
We'll figure that one out. We'll talk about Trucy, though. She's 15 this year.
She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know.
I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause.
Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this. Oh, heck. I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. Recipient, Zach Grammary.
Magnify grammary. But is that also forged? Who knows?
Because of this.
This?
A transferal of rights. You see the signature?
A transferal? That's Magnify Grammary's signature, isn't it?
I don't really call it a signature.
That's it. I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Grammary.
Yes, it is I.
Wait, this page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
Wait, let me see that.
How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge.
This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnify gave it to me that night.
You could have told me this earlier. Like 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom.
You wouldn't have had to escape if you had given me the back.
Transferal of rights. The greatest of Magnify Grammary's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage.
This sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple.
As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir.
Rightful?
I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor.
Your daughter.
That is why I've risked all to come here tonight. Brushel.
Sir!
Hi, here you go.
What's this?
A letter passing the rights I've inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness.
But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides.
Ha! I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary.
You are?
By day, I wear notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight. Transferal of rights added the court record. Oh boy. Oh boy. It actually says, document transferring the right to perform the Grammar repertoire to daughter Trucy. Ah, I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said? That guy's a notary. I think anyone can notary. I mean, can... Yes. Why not? Anyway, precisely. 7 years. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So, if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly. Which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say, I am securing my daughter's inheritance. So, the thing is, if this notary... He just seems so scummy. If this notary notarizes your document, it's gonna be dated, right? And if the document is dated, I don't think you will be missing for that many years because there will indeed be a record of your existence. Won't there? But do you really need this document? Yeah, there's a whole record. Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnify Grammary. However, this was done in secret, without witnesses. Before Magnify died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammary, and Valent Grammary. Not Trucy. I see, so you do need this document. I've known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Okay, let's go press about this then. Oof. The Grammary secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? The Lassa Grammary? We will not speak of that. The Lassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about it. Oh no. I don't know why he doesn't want to talk about her. So, hold on. Is that her in this picture? Like, I think she has the earrings and the braids. But the hat, I can't tell. I think that's meant to be her. I don't know. Hmm. Wait. Letters, syringe, chart, IV, notebook page. I may not have proof for that either. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. We'll do more legwork. Hold on. What have I picked up? Transferal of rights. Okay. Okay. And what was the thing that she needs to keep talking? I don't remember. Let me page to it real quick. Just to the client. Seem to trust. Her good luck charm. Right. Okay. Thank you. This is not the good luck charm. Pretty sure. Yeah, danger, good luck charm. And a reason to not talk about the lasso. Mr. Zack, could you tell me about this? Mr. Wright, we meet for the first time in 7 years and you offer me this, please. It wasn't a present. This guy's a hard sell. Probably won't get a rise out of him unless I show him something real interesting. Ooh, This person in the photo is Trussy's mother. How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She is gone. What more is there to say? What? I know. Whoa. You're still here? According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnify Grammary's only daughter, end quote. Oh. What? Magnify's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack? Brushel, you say too much. What? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zack decked him. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. Alas, Grammary, she's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly. Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition. Final? Why? Because someone is going to come around and kill you for no reason. I'm going to figure all that out, too. Final? Why? As you said, I've come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground.
without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnify. I do not care to lose to another. And I've heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up.
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You're warned.
This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Brushel, you may leave.
Ah, but it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch and I punch, but still it is not enough.
I just remembered a future, prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Then let us begin. Dealer?
Da?
You will be witness to our competition.
Da, it is honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around here before? She's also new.
Well, wait, she had a backpack. Aha, that reminds me. I saw familiar faces as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name.
You know him?
After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this.
We've got to remember the other Gavin. The grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I'd need to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Gregory knew. But how and why?
Luke? The solitary cell, 13. Oh. Is this the man now in prison? Yeah, and we're not done in the Borscht Ball Club, because we still have to get the other thing. But yes. Okay. This, however, is a point that we will call the end of our day. Oof. Because that's our time.